so the question is, why Garn? Garn is, if you talk to anyone who lives in Blenavon or near the Garn, you would live on the Garn and not, I don't live in Blenavon. I live on the Garn, and it's because it's on a heap of stones, and everyone says on the Garn. It's short for Garnareru. It is one of the oldest mining villages in Wales, and they razed all of the houses, destroyed them. I think I want to say the 90s, but it might have been before that. And they've now rebuilt one set. But the reason that we decided when we started, and I'll give the rationale for why we started this publishing company, which is a no profit. We don't make any money, but we publish a lot of good books. So the reason that we took Garn as the name is because there is an inn there called the Whistle that's right at the top of K Slope. So some mines go straight down, some are a slope. And the one that my grandfather, he worked in Big Pit, but he also worked most of his life, I think, at K Slope, where you walk underground for about 2 miles and end up on your hands and knees before you get to the place where you're actually digging the coal. So when the miners came up, there was the Whistle Inn. And I used to go there from the time I was 3, maybe younger, I don't know. But my grandfather would take me to the Whistle, and I would sit with all the old men with their pipes, and there was a spittoon, and they talked trade unions, the Welsh Mining Union, and it's the place where the Welsh miners actually, it's one of the places where the union actually started. And so the focus on miners' rights, one of my aunts, great aunts, my Aunt Ginny, actually took part, and it stood on a, soapbox, and was part of, there were a lot of demonstrations, and there were some terrible, terrible situations where miners would congregate, and there was one in Blaenau where they were actually killed. And the police came in on horseback with bludgeons, and so the Whistle, where I went when I was 3, I used to drink pop lemonade, and with my grandfather, and sit with all his old friends. And it was the trade union. To me, was a very important part of my childhood, both from my mother's side and my father's side, because my father went down the mines at 14. And so this whole idea of social justice and equality and pushing back on all of the outrageous things that are done to people who are poor, that's how Garn came about.